Sigh. Watch Mojo. Oh boy. This is not really a super exciting rant to talk about, though I do need to get this one off my shoulders as it's been on the back burner for a very long time. So you're probably wondering, what's Watch Mojo? Well, obviously you're not, because you definitely know what this channel is. Even though you probably don't use YouTube too often, you probably have heard of this channel because the massive amount of videos that they parade, pushing out every single day, constantly ensures that you're going to find at least one of their videos. Even if you're going to watch only one video from theirs, maybe even only like 20 or 30 or so seconds, even only a few minutes, and then click off to something else more interesting because you have a low attention span. Or even if you've watched like a dozen or so videos and all, you're most likely not even going to remember them because they have nothing of remembrance to them. There's nothing to be invested in, nothing to be interested in, because they're all so bland, boring, and repetitive, and stale, hollow, and unoriginal, and uninspired, and just stiff feeling. They feel manipulative at times and just feel like they're just there to be pumped out just for making videos. They have no passion behind them at times. I'm sure there's some good people at Watch Mojo or whatever. I'm sure most of the people that make the videos are nice people or whatever. I'd like to meet them and talk to them and stuff like that. But the videos they make here on this channel, for the most part, are just so bland and repetitive. So what exactly are the videos that they make? You most likely already know them because of their top 10 lists and stuff like that, which they're both somehow beloved and notorious for. The notorious part, obviously, is, justified, of course. And very rarely do they ever break the format of differently lengthed videos, just always top 10, and it almost seems. Again, I haven't really checked on the channel in a while because there's nothing of change or interest or substance or anything like that, it seems. And yes, of course, they do ask for subs and clicking the notification bell like every single flipping YouTube channel now does. And don't worry, guys, I will never do that on my channel. Even if I reach like a million, bazillion, trillion, gazillion, whatever, subscribers or views or whatever, I still won't beg. And yes, that is another topic for another rant. I have a lot to talk about because that is something I have far more passionate anger towards than Watch Mojo. But they usually make top 10 lists about things like celebrities, movies, shows, games, YouTubers, things in history, various other things, etc. And they cover so many different topics, from various movies that involve dinosaurs, or which is fine, I guess, because that's somewhat of an interesting topic, but they go on about various things like booty songs or bridges, video game characters who had the best arcs or whatever. And they constantly try to find whatever different topics they can to cover them, to make sure they make as many videos, which basically means as much cash flow in as possible. And the worst thing is that the videos aren't offensive in any way. And why? Because they feel almost opinionless, just kind of repeating what everyone else says and stuff. They may be thinking, oh, what's wrong with their videos? They're perfectly fine and charming and all. What's the big problem? Well, that's the thing about it. Again, the fact that they're so faceless and characterless and just forgettable, and they feel, like I said, stiff and hollow. And they clearly have, with the amount of subscribers they have, the amount of views they get on their videos, the amount of videos they make, and simply how much support from YouTube they get and all, they clearly have the ability to do so much better stuff. And I would very much support them if they were to, introduce new ideas and stuff like that, find different formats for their videos, make interesting series. I know they do apparently make some occasional series, I think, and all, but none of them are really interesting, to be honest. Maybe change things up, maybe move on from the lists videos. I remember Diesel Patches, I think he used to make list videos or something, meme compilations, something like that. And now look where he is with his commentary videos. I don't watch him as often as I used to, but he's still clearly doing good stuff, unless he's been canceled or something recently, I don't know. But yeah, and how about an even better example? A channel that still currently makes lists, Phantom Strider. Whether you like him or not, he is very clearly a humongous improvement over these people, because he feels like he has his own opinions, and he constantly says, "May I remind you, this is just my opinion, and if you're able to enjoy these videos or these movies or whatever, yeah, we all have our own opinions, and please share me them in the comments below. I'd be happy to read them." And he comes off as such a social and likable guy. He puts in a lot of research and he compares a lot of things, and he often breaks his format, makes other things like commentaries on his videos, and does all kinds of stuff. And he feels like an actual person and not a corporate entity talking down and repeating the same stale thing in the same style. And that's why I enjoy Phantom Strider, even if I don't always agree on every single one thing that he says and stuff like that. Car stuff. But yeah. Meanwhile, Watch Mojo just feel like they're just rehashing again and again and again. And if you look at their upload feed, they make many videos every single day just to see how much stuff they can just throw out there. I mean, one video a day is really pushing it, but I mean, like 5 or something like that. I mean, sheesh, Jesus, take some breaks or whatever every once in a while. Every video just feels predictable and bland, and they immediately forget and seep out of your memory, and you don't stick with them, and their words don't stick with you. Things that come from people who are, people like IHE, Emplemon, Bob Show, Caddy Caress, Phantom Strider, Diesel Patches, and tons of others. Everything they say can often stick in your brain. It especially does for me, as I've showcased in the past, with a lot of the salutes on the people I've made so far that I just listed down there. Caddy Caress still needs one. But yeah, at least it feels like there's people talking there, and they stick in your brain. Well, here it just doesn't. It just feels like the most service level stuff, with the occasional exception. And clearly they're being backed up by the YouTube algorithm with how perfectly safe their videos are. Nothing too explicit at times, although there is the occasional example that's incredibly confusing, like why on earth would you talk about that? And their perfect video lengths, and the thumbnails, and their copy and paste style. It really is just disappointing. And the worst thing is that YouTube has so many different personalities and types of video makers and all, and to see this bland corporate channel being shoved down your face once in a while and gaining so many subs and views and stuff like that is just disappointing. And yes, there are so many far worse channels. I'm J Station, the Paul Brothers, Doug Walker, I must say, Sniper Wolf, Lele Pons, Morgs and Morg's Mom, and just plenty of others out there. But this is not about that and all. This is more so about a corporate entity taking advantage of the YouTube algorithm just to pump out bland videos, when if they can make such better stuff and all, but they continue to make this bland piece of dribble, then yeah, they deserve all the criticism that comes their way. And yeah, in case you're wondering, yes, IHE did actually make a video on these people, and go check out that video. It really is awesome, as always. And before I end this and all, I am aware that Alex Bartolo and I believe Hatbox Bro, who is one of my favorite YouTube poop channels, who is uploading recently again, which is good to know. And when I checked his subscriber feed a long time ago, I remember seeing Watch Mojo in there, but I think that's just a sheer coincidence because people just forget that there's even subscribed to them. They just maybe think that it's like an accident or whatever, not thinking, oh, those guys, yeah, I love those guys. No, they just like click on them almost like necessity, like it's the norm or whatever. But that's not the case with me. And Alex, if you still do like them, please tell me why. I'd be happy to know why. But yeah, I just cannot stand Watch Mojo. You want to know who likes this channel? Some people I can respect, but I just want to know their good opinions as to why. And then I would respect them, definitely, for sure. We all have our own opinions. And other than that, plenty of characters and a lot of really stupid people constantly support them, and that's really upsetting. And as for me and IHE and plenty of other good people out there and all, we cannot stand this channel and either wish it would just stop making tons of money or they would improve themselves already. So yeah, Watch Mojo is just a bunch of pointless filler dribble junk. So yeah, end of rant.